Let's look at this system. For what I have designed here, what you would start with is taking this bin that's sitting here, this Western 11,000 bushel bin, pick that up and move it over here. And then put a new support tower and elevators right where that bin sets. Receiving drag coming out here to have your receiving lane coming in just west of these trees. And then you have your receiving coming in here to this elevator. I have a Lambton double swing pendulum distributor on there. They make the Cadillac of double swing pendulums, but there's other brands that work. And then if you notice, for long pipes, if you have a long steep pipe, I don't like them coming steep where you need to have inline retarders. If you're going to have inline retarders, bring the pipe straight down the support tower. Okay, that's another subject. So I got the double swing pendulum distributor figured in there. And at that point, once you put this elevator and receiving in, move this bin out here, move this hopper bin from over here out here, then you don't need these other elevators. Then you could start using this elevator to fill the dryer and everything. That could fill everything. So that, I don't have it drawn in here, but this elevator could easily hit all of this, and you could start filling with that, and then you can add a bin here. This bin here would be your next expansion bin, which would be like could be anywhere from a 50,000 bushel to an 80,000 bushel, depending how big you want to go. I would recommend 75,000 bushel bin there. And then I have figured for a twin to your existing, put a twin bin right here. This is your existing bin that we would move from where the elevator sits. This would be the hopper bin from over here on the other side. The idea would be that eventually we'd have these two bins here. You could have these bins over here to dump into the tail of this drag conveyor to reclaim back to the elevator. These three bins here would be your soybean bins. They would be your soybean bins, and they would unload to this little 20-foot tall elevator. So you would drive along here, drive a truck under that, and they would unload into that elevator. You could start out with just unloading with your transport auger like you do now, or belt, and then down the road eventually have a little elevator here fastened to these two bins. That would be less cost than reclaiming these bins back to the elevator. And then for filling them bins, I would fill them from the regular receiving. I would just figure on putting a complete clean out drag conveyor in here. Lambton makes a contoured tail drag conveyor with the tensioning on the discharge end. So it's a complete clean out. I would put that type of receiving in, and then in the elevator, you would just, at the bottom, there's the clean out slide door that you would just need to pull out and shop back out the bottom of your elevator. And then you'd be ready to run beans and put them into the bins. And then loading the bins out, you'd want to load them out to this elevator here. That way, if you're loading out while you got other stuff going on, that would be. And if it would start out with just these two first bins here, with just these two bins getting beans, you could always take this bin back here and reclaim that one back to the elevator, back to these elevators pretty easy. So this is what I'm picturing, and it wouldn't be a lot of work. It would minimize your moving parts. I have it drawn up to have this dryer in here, setting right in here, and dumping, but I actually think it might be nicer to have that dryer setting in here, where kind of in this old area where the old bin was, and have this here for getting in here with the skid loader to clean out. Either way, we want to be able to get in one side or the other in case you need to clean up in here. We can always move this bin out a little bit so we can come in here. That we probably want to do is just move that bin over just 3 foot, and then we can fit in through here. That would work. So then this is fine. Then we can come right in here with the skid loader. That would work fine just for, I like to be able to have access in the middle for cleanup. So here you could let that hopper tank set there a while. That hopper tank wouldn't have to go. So this is just what I have designed. And let me know what your thoughts are. And I'll keep cleaning it up and finishing it up. So just let me know what your thoughts are on it.